Hello YouTube and welcome to another plot review video, and this one I've been moaned at for a while to get this one out. This is by TJC05. I've already reviewed one of his plots before. That was a P plot. This is back to P minus, so really nice and small, and it's Western, and since I'm doing like Wild West kind of stuff, I thought it might be a good idea for me to come check it out. I've not actually looked at it properly yet, and it'll be like nice, interesting little thing to put up at the same time as one of my Wild West episodes, keeping it similar. So let's see, we've started off here, added campfire and bed in the cave. It'd be great for you. I'm doing it on YouTube, and Planet Minecraft, so go check out his PMT page, is TJC05. First of all, the thing that strikes me is there's lots of greenery, and this is something I want to do in my Western thing, because a lot of people think of Western, they think it's just desert, they think it's just empty, but no, there's always these small bushes, and it's always like thick, like gorse bush type material stuff. So that's something I want to try and achieve as well, and I think he's done this really well, and especially with the better foliage mod, it looks a lot nicer. That's the first time I've actually seen a cactus in one as well, so that's quite nice. Mixing materials, this little path, it's quite good. It's a bit random. I'd like to see a bit more of a clearer path, but that's fine, it's not too bad. Like the gravel, it's fine, but then you've got the sort of crazy paving. If I just stand in the shadow, you see it a little better, and you've got the cobble. It's a bit too much of a mix in my opinion. But the entrance is very clear, so it's really nice. Again, you've got this like a bit of a tree. It's only got 1, 2, 3 leaf blocks maybe on it, so that's quite nice. Again, showing like why am I stuck on it? A bloody bottle. You've got lots of detail everywhere, just like random bits of like either the dead grass or those. You've got some cobwebs flying about here, and I'm not too sure what this is. If this is okay, so this is like the front of a building, and by the looks of the top up there, it's some sort of like general store type place. General store. What a guess. I've been researching my Western. I know what I'm doing. So general store since 1831. So there you go. There's that. And some kind fellow has removed the slab on the edge of the road there. This is a really nice idea, the ladder on the side of the wagon, and I really do like this wagon. I'm not sure if I'll be using this. I might try and steal this design, or I might like work on an idea of my own based off this, but I do like sort of the ladders there, and then it goes up to the rails and the ropes. It looks really, really nice, and it's quite big. That's my only thing with it. I mean, we don't have like trapdoor or slab versions of wool, so there's not much you can do, but it's still nice. It's a little bit too big, I think, for getting through here because of like the bushes and telephone pole up there. I'm assuming that's what that is. I haven't even noticed that yet, and there you go. What you should have done though was added like string or something, so at the moment it's just a random pole just in the middle of nowhere. And you see this one's being reviewed by Dakar as well. He's left his little marks. So let's get a look around here. We've got a gold mine. Ooh, interesting. Ye old Dakar mine. So there we go. We've got a gold mine here. It's being lifted up there. The random ore. You've got gold coins, bags of it everywhere, or gold nuggets. Dynamite, which I think looks more like carrots in Conquest. Even back here, look, you've got a little bottle down here. So he's got detail back here as well, that's good. And the materials, you can see like the sediment lines. I think it's called sediment. It might be something different, I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's sediment though. See the sediment lines going through the cliff space, which is something I tried to do on my P Grand, my original P Grand. And I think I went a bit too much with it. It looked kind of like a rainbow. So, but he's done it really nicely here. It's a subtle difference, and it looks quite good. And then we're actually in the cave, and he's got some greenery growing inside. I don't think that looks right. You shouldn't have greenery in here. It's not a wet-looking cave. It's a dry area. I don't really get why you've got like the grass and vines. I think here it's not too bad. But still, I don't think it should be here. I like moss. I don't think it works. Especially like these type of mines. Like pretty much, they would just bring. You see a small opening of a cave. bring some dynamite, just blow it up. There would not be greenery and stuff growing here. And then down here, it's a little bit too random again. I'd like to see more support up in the roof to stop it from falling down. A bit more straight, like with the paths and the directions. Obviously with dynamite you'd get random bits just blowing everywhere, but you know, you could still keep it looking straight. You would still use pickaxes as well as dynamite. And, you know, maybe a wheelbarrow or something down here to show that the gold's being... Oh, well, you've got this, so that's fine. But then, again, look at how much gold there is out here, and then look at how much gold there is in here. There's like one block there. I don't know. It doesn't quite feel right purpose-wise. It feels like the mine is lacking a bit in sort of purpose and realism. But it's still quite nice. We've got a little winch here. I don't really get what this is lifting it to. Dakar Mining Company. I don't really get what that's lifting it up to. It can't really swing round because of the rock that's blocking its way. So, you know, it's just lifting it up and then down. It's not really going to go anywhere. I don't really get it. It's a really nice crane, but, you know, if it was up here and it was like lifting them up here and then it was going onto a cart or something to drive off over there, that makes sense. But at the moment, it's going to lift it up maybe a block off the floor, and then I don't really know where they're going to go from there. Now we've come around the corner here. This is still a P-. Feels really big. Here we've got a little shack, and it's TJ's Saloon. So it's a saloon. It's a lot different to my saloon. It's quite nice. And it's really angled as well. It's not a 45-degree angle. It's not a straight line. It's quite different. And we open up the door here. We come in. You've got, I'm guessing, the start of the bar area here, and you know, a small table. Obviously, if this was on a bigger plot, it could look a lot better and it could be bigger. The chimney, you know, I would have carried that block down at least, and then make it look somehow like it's coming from off the plot. I don't know, but it's not bad. And I like this idea actually, the wicker fence on top. I might use that for one of my buildings. I'm assuming there is a way to get up here, otherwise this clothesline wouldn't make any sense. And maybe have a ladder or something to show that you can get up over here, so that, you know, how's the clothes got all the way over there is my question. In here, this is a really nice use of a cave. You've got a door on it. Maybe put the I don't think you need that sign saying food storage. Maybe put the trapdoors staggered a little bit so it looks more in motion. It's always a nice little thing to include. And there was something up on top of this cliff, but there is no way to get up here without flying, so we'll go check that out. You've got quite a lot of water coming down here and just randomly stopping, so I'd like to see that go somewhere, even if it was just into the rock, into the cliff, through a little small hole that we can't even get through. Here, again, it's not too bad. And this is just like a random source, a random bit of a spring. I'm not sure if the water makes sense. It could have been done better. There's definitely a lot of water here to be collected in this pool and going nowhere, so need to rethink that. Again, you've got another pool of water here, right? There's water everywhere. This one I could get away with. This could be like a little hot spring or something, but I don't think it would be on top of a cliff. I don't know. I have to research into that a bit more. We've got a hanging tree and gallows. This is another thing that I want to include in my Wild West stuff. So he's done that well. I don't get why there's blood everywhere, because, you know, and why they're cutting people's heads off after hanging them. But, you know, it's fine. It's not too bad. Also, I don't think they would have left the bodies here to rot. If they were using the hanging tree a lot, you know, they'd have took the bodies off somewhere to dispose of them. You got gravestones here. And this actually looks like someone's doing a bit of grave robbing. That's an idea, and I might actually do that myself, unless they've just dug it for someone to go in there. But yeah, I might try to do that. I was planning on having a graveyard anyway, or a cemetery. So I was thinking, yeah, why not? We can have a bit of grave robbing going on in my P Grand Wild West series plot. That might be interesting. And again, we've got a little bed in here, water that's just going everywhere, and leaves again inside the rock. So it's quite good, but purpose-wise, there's a few things that don't make sense. I think it's good to have some greenery, especially in like the flatter areas, but at the same time, I think you've used it a little bit too much. Like, you know, it's random bits of leaf everywhere. Sometimes less is more, and you know that always looks better. So let's actually rate this plot, and I'll leave my rating down here, because as you guys should know by now, we have actually changed the way that we review plots. So now we're going to leave signs on the edge like this. Then if it gets reviewed a second time, it'll go like there, and then if it gets reviewed a third time, it'll go like there. And then if we see 3 lines of wool like that with ratings on, then we won't bother rating the plot anymore. You know, that's like the max you can review it for. So let's see, we've got details. Details were good. Could have been better though. I'll leave 8 out of 10. Style, the style was almost spot on for me, so I'm going to go for 9 out of 10. There was a few like purpose and detail things that were knocking the style down a little bit. So I've not gone for 10 out of 10, but it is a really good solid style. The structure is there, but you know, Western as a style, again with all the greenery everywhere and the mine and stuff, not quite there for me. Purpose, that one let you down a bit. I'm going to go for 7 out of 10. And what's the other one? I always forget them. Detail, style, atmosphere. Atmosphere was great, so we'll go for 9 out of 10 again. Walking around, it felt great. I've spent quite a long time on this plot review for a P- plot, so there you go. So we'll add all these scores up. That would be 8.25 out of 10. So overall is 8.25 out of 10. So that's pretty good, and that would be builder rank. So there we go, we've left that sign. I've actually put the sign on the wall instead of the wool block, but it's fine. And reviewed on, and I think it's the 1st of June now, isn't it? So 1/6/15, and that's just gonna let, like, if you put it up for review to try and get 10 out of 10, then the next review would come along and go, say like, if you put this up for review straight away after I knock it off the review list now, you could come over here and go, oh, it was reviewed today, so I'm not going to bother reviewing it again, because he's, you know, we're going to leave it like a couple of days just to let other people have their review. So if we can see now as well when it was last reviewed, and if it's been a few days, then you can start moaning at us. But we want to start improving on our reviewing and improving on the time it takes to be reviewed. So by doing this, it means that people who have been waiting maybe 3 or 4 days will get seen to quicker. Then, because at the moment it's going to be like someone might be waiting 4 or 5 days, and then someone will put it up for review, and because of where the name shows up in the list, they'll get theirs done. Whereas doing this, we can actually see when it was last reviewed, so you know, other people have a better chance at getting reviewed quicker. Because I think if I go to a plot and I see that it was last reviewed 2 or 3 days ago, I'm going to like cycle through and look for other plots that might have been up on the list longer. But yeah, that's it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one.